Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today, if you've seen my other social medias, you would know that I love trying to turn jellycat plushies into crochet patterns. But today I've decided I'm tired of having to make it up on my own. So I went on Instagram and I found a couple that I want to try of other people's patterns, and we're going to test them out and see how they work. I have all my colors right here, so I'm all ready to go. I picked 3 patterns that I think are the cutest that I really want to try, and we're just going to make them and see how they work. I'll let you know if you should try them or if the pattern maybe is not my favorite. My first selection I think is perfect with fall coming up. We're getting towards the end of September, so Halloween season is almost upon us. And instead of buying a jellycat pumpkin, why not just make one yourself? I think from the looks of the pattern, it might be the cutest one I've ever seen. So I definitely want to try it, and I'm very hopeful that it's going to turn out super cute. I forgot to mention the pattern is by Spammy Crochets. I'll put up a picture of it so that you can go and find it as well. But the pattern says to start with the feet, so that's what we're going to do. I started with a little circle, and so far so good. All right, we have 1 foot done. Honestly, super easy to do. I think I'm gonna start making the feet this way when I make the little jelly cats because it was a lot easier to do. Boom, 2 feet done. I can feel this is already off to a great start because the feet alone are adorable and I have high hopes for the pumpkin. So let's get started on that. We are officially halfway through the body of the pumpkin. I know it's looking like an orange right now, but I was looking ahead and you actually sew strips from the bottom to the top kind of to cinch everything together and get the oval sections that a pumpkin has all the way around. So for now, it's gonna look like a big ball. It's a lot of rounds around, but it's been simple, it's been straightforward, and it looks exactly like the picture so far, so I think this is gonna turn out well. All right, we officially have the main body of our pumpkin done and our feet, so it's time to just start shrinking down the bottom. I looked ahead and I'm so excited because the feet you actually don't have to sew on, you crochet them into the bottom of the pumpkin. If you see my account, as I've said a million times, I hate sewing. I don't hate it, I strongly dislike it. And if a pattern is no sew, I'm gonna love it automatically. So I'm already super excited for this because I haven't had to even sew the stem on yet either. So if this is no sew, I'm literally gonna be the happiest person ever. Okay, the feet are attached. Right now it looks a little concerning, so I'm hoping that when we scrunch the top and the bottom to sew the indents in, it looks a little cuter, because even that looks better than the stretched out version. But so far so good, I would say, and it's been super easy. We now have our body done and I'm really liking it, so it's just time to stuff it and then make the indents, which is something new for me because I've never really tried it. So I'm hoping that if I follow the instructions carefully, I can make it work. Okay, if I'm doing this right, I brought the yarn out the top and we're gonna pull it down over on the side and then stick it back in the middle to make the indent. I stand corrected, I already had it wrong. You bring it out the bottom and then you go up to the top and then bring it back down through and back out the bottom again. We're gonna try this again. The yarn split. I should have known this was gonna happen. The blanket yarn always rips. So we're gonna go to plan B because I did prepare for this. Since the blanket yarn is too weak, I do have acrylic yarn. However, the color difference is very severe. So I'm gonna try it out, and if it's too obvious, then we're gonna give up on this plan and move to plan C, which is this is going to be an orange. But we'll try to make it a pumpkin first. This looks terrible. It's a definite hard pass on this. Okay, final update. You can't really tell from this angle, but I tried it again with the original yarn and it's sort of working. So I think I'm gonna stick with this and see what I can do around the backside and see if I can make it work. All right, we're all done. I'm very happy to report I got it to work somewhat successfully. You can see it a bit better from the top and the ones on the side, but honestly, I'm super happy with how this turned out. I think it's so adorable. The little feet are a little loose, so I think I might put just a stitch through just to pin them in place. But look at this. It's so cute. I would 100% recommend this pattern. It was super simple apart from sewing the indents in, but that might just be the yarn I personally choose to use. So this one gets a 10 out of 10, definitely recommend from me. Hey everybody, I'm back. It's time for victim number 2, which I've chosen the egg. It is by Not Ava, and I'm really hopeful about this because the egg is one of my favorite jelly cats. I love them and all the different iterations of them, like the nerdy one, the graduation one, the bride, the groom, the flippers. So if this turns out well, then maybe it would be a cool thing to customize them as well. But let's just get straight into testing this one out. We officially have the yoke all done. This is maybe a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I'm committed to testing out, so we're going to go on to the whites. Okay, this is what we've got. I did find for round 7, I believe there was a mistake, so it says a single crochet and then an increase to bring you up 6 more stitches, which is not how that works. That would bring you up 18 additional stitches. So I did an increase in every 7th stitch. And I think that's what it meant because I'm just trying to make the numbers line up. Also, you can see the little pumpkin from earlier and I love him. I'm so obsessed. I think I'm gonna make more. This is where we're at so far. I am loving it, but the one thing I'm going to do different than the pattern does is I am going to leave the back of the body open so that I can make the feet and sew them on with this open so I can reach inside, because for me personally, that's how I prefer to sew. But other than that, I am following the pattern word for word, number for number. So I'm going to go ahead and make the feet now and attach those. All right, we have one foot. It was a bit of a pain in the butt, so I'm going to stick with saying the pumpkin way of doing the feet was still my favorite, but it's kind of fun to test them all out and see how they all work. I still think they're very cute, but they're a little more tedious. All right, we now have our 2 tiny little feet. I love them. They're adorable. And I'm going to go ahead and sew them onto the bottom of the body. 1 foot, 2 little feet, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the back and stuff it right now. Our egg is all done and I'm already obsessed, but the final step obviously is to add the adorable blank stare jellycat smile. You guys, I love him so much. He's literally perfect. He just sits there, head empty, and I think he's adorable. This pattern, definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. There was that one mistake in there, but other than that, it worked perfectly, and I'm so, so, so happy with the end result. I'm gonna add him to the collection right now. Hey everybody, it's time for the third and final pattern of the video. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so try and guess along, but I will tell you these are the colors, and I'm super excited to see how it turns out. I think this one's going to be pretty quick, it's pretty simple, and I've made things similar, but not quite this exact one, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out. Alright, we have 1 circle officially all done, so we've got a good start. And now we have a second one, so we have 2 circles fully completed. Any guesses on what it's going to be yet? I feel like no. We now have the first foot all done. I don't think this is going to be my new preferred method to do the feet by. This one was a bit more of a pain than some of the other ones, and I feel like it doesn't look as foot-esque, like it's more just flat. So I think the first one is still my favorite pattern for the feet, but I'm going to go ahead and make one more and then we are almost done. All right, we officially have 2 little feet all done. I love them, they're adorable, but again, not necessarily my preferred method. This is what we have so far for the red part. I feel like you can definitely tell what this is going to be, so I'm going to skip ahead and basically finish it off, and I'll show you the end product. We officially have the heart all done. All that's left to do is add a little smile and sew on the 2 feet. We have 1 foot. We officially have both feet on, so now we just need to add a smile, and I think it's going to be adorable because look at it. We're all done. I love him so much. I fear this pattern is getting a 10 out of 10 for me as well. This is probably my most successful testing patterns video ever, because look at this. It was so easy, it was so fast, and the end product was 100% worth it. To quickly recap, we had our pumpkin, our egg, and finally our heart, and honestly, all of these patterns get a 10 out of 10 for me. I think they're all so adorable, and they all turned out perfectly and definitely lived up to that jellycat promise. So definitely recommend all of these. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see another video like this, comment down below. Tell me which one of these 3 is your favorite. And yeah, thank you so much for your support. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!